Welcome to the Drag Me to the Movies podcast. I'm Ned.
And I'm Joe.
In this episode, we're going to talk about Rat Race from 2001, which was directed by Jerry Zucker, who also directed Airplane, Ghost, Top Secret, and stars Breckin Meyer, Amy Smart, Whoopi Goldberg, Lonnie Chapman, Cuba Gooding Jr., Seth Green, Vince Vuloff, John Lovitz, Kathy Najimy, Rowan Atkinson, and John Cleese. So, Joe, what did you think of Rat Race?
Let's not forget about Kathy Bates.
Well, that's more of a cameo. Dean Kane's also in here. Gloria Allred. Yeah.
She's one of the highlights.
She's actually uncredited too.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And also, I did want to call it real quick. This was a recommended movie from one of my wife's coworkers. So shout out to her for the recommendation.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we've both watched this before. But it's been long enough where it was, worth a rewatch and get to re-experience it and see how it held up. Now, in your past viewing, what would you say like your experience was with this film? Did you like it?
I thought it was mid-tier. I mean, I enjoyed it. I laughed at it, but it wasn't one that I was like, I have to watch this every year,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I liked it a lot when I was younger. But it wasn't one that I was going to watch multiple times, but I remember it fondly. So all that said, let's get into the review. So, you mentioning about Zucker being the director of Airplane and other such films, right?
Yes, like Top Secret, which
I
haven't seen.
Another one of my
Ghost and Airplane.
You haven't seen Top Secret?
I haven't.
Oh man,
I own it.
Have to drag you to
My
that.
wife has told me to watch it. I just haven't had time to watch it yet.
Oh, maybe your wife and I need to drag you to it.
Maybe.
Oh no. Okay. Well, yeah. So this film 100% has Airplane vibes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like this film does such a great job at like little one-liner jokes, or in some cases the reoccurrings that have little humorous payoffs over and over and over again. And so examples of that, right? So towards the beginning of the film, when you're getting introduced to all of the characters, right? You have the brothers. I'm looking up their names here, Dwayne and Blaine, right? And they're talking about how they're going to put a shot glass at the top of the steps, and then Blaine's going to fall down them, and they're going to sue the casino for millions, right? And somebody else trips on it, falls down, and a like waitress says, "Oh, I saw the whole thing. You're going to make millions," And then later on, was it Rowan? Is it Rowan Atkinson? Is that his name? What's his name? Mr. Bean. Yeah.
Yep.
So he gets hit by a car, and that same waitress just happens to be on a balcony. It says, "Just stay there. I saw the whole thing. You're going to make millions," Like
so she's not a waitress.
What is she?
She's actually like an attorney, I think.
Is she? She's dressed in red, like she's an actual
she's an American attorney, known for taking high-profile, often controversial cases.
I had no idea. Okay, I thought she was just like somebody working there.
Nope.
Okay, no, I had no idea.
Actual attorney.
It's even a little further of a joke then. Okay,
well played. Levels.
Yeah, that's more interesting. There's the reoccurring joke of the cow being attached to a hot air balloon. Like that comes back so many times in that film, which is ridiculous. There's Dwayne's tongue getting pierced and how he can't talk, and that keeps coming up, and eventually meets a girl who also has her tongue pierced, and it's just little things like that are reoccurring. But then there's like the one-off things of like Cuba Gooding Jr. going into the restroom and seeing the bus driver and telling him that he needs his clothes for his pregnant wife who's giving birth, and coming up with like stupid reasons of why he needs his pants and his shirt and his jacket and his hat. Like all that stuff is ridiculous. There's little scenes like Oh man, there's when John Lovitz and family are, cruising down the road and the daughter says she's prairie dogging, and so he has her stick her butt out the window and poop out the window, and next scene they're pulled over by the cops and one of the cops is trying to buff out his windshield. you
Mhm.
know? Like it's just funny things like that.
I mean, she
Uh
had
so I mean,
success.
right. Yeah, she did. She sure did. So yeah, there's that. There's over the top laughs, I think, for me as well. Like I want you to think while I'm describing this scene, maybe what your top laugh was out of this film.
Hmm.
But I think my top laugh is the whole story arc of John Lovett's family stopping at the Barbie Museum, which happens to be actually like a German commander named Barbie who served in the Third Reich,
Mhm.
and how they steal Hitler's car to, continue the race after Dwayne and Blaine wreck their van, and how the chain of events between him stealing that car and him burning his finger and trying to cool off his middle finger out the window, but accidentally flips off a biker gang, and then lipstick hitting his steering wheel that his wife was trying on, and them ended up being like wrecking through a fence into a World War II veteran thing, right? And through all of these actions that happened, he had the cigarette lighter that he burned his finger on, he also burned his tongue so he couldn't speak. The lipstick on the steering wheel ended up on his lip to make it look like Hitler's mustache. And his finger being burnt was still in his mind, and he gets out to try to explain to the World War II veterans up on a podium why he's there, but he sounds like he's mimicking Hitler, and
Mhm.
he's flipping them off, trying to show him that he burned his finger, and then he's doing hand gestures that looks like he's Zeke Heiling. Like that to me is one of the funniest payoffs of like a chain of events,
Yes. Yep.
leading to a big laugh. Like that for me is like one of the funniest things in this film.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree, and that's probably the one I would default to. Um,
okay.
but I think another one that would probably be second to it for me is probably the one with Vera Baker and Meryl Jennings, the daughter. As
Mhm.
they were trying to find the highway and they got a detour and met up with Kathy Bates, as you called out earlier,
Yeah.
and the chain of events that unfold from there.
Oh
But
my.
yeah,
Yeah.
they should
It's
have bought a
just it's
squirrel.
so good. The shit about a squirrel. The
Yeah.
fact that the cliff that they dive off of like lands into like a car
Oh my god, like
graveyard.
piled like 30 cars or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that skeleton holding a bag of peanuts.
Yep.
It says I love squirrels. Oh
Which
my god.
honestly, the squirrels, I think she had it priced at $2 a squirrel, something like that. It didn't look.
That's a good price for a squirrel.
I mean, you think about the bag of peanuts or whatever she gave. That's probably more than the squirrel itself.
Right. Right. That's you're right. You're right, Ned. Yeah, so again, there's no shortage of jokes in
Mm-hmm.
this film. I mean there probably were some, but I struggle to even think of many that fell flat for me. Like I feel like I just overly enjoyed a lot of the jokes in this. Even the ones that weren't even like that funny, but were
Mm-hmm.
still kind of funny, like
Right.
Rowan Atkinson having what's
Narcolepsy.
it called? Narcolepsy, thank you, where he falls asleep just out of the blue.
Yeah.
Like it's not that funny, but it being Rowan Atkinson and the way he does his, his acting with his facial expressions and everything, like it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Vince Viloof, is that, am I saying his name right? You
Yeah.
think?
I think that's
Okay.
how you pronounce it.
So I looked him up. He quit acting in 2009, which makes me sad because I found him really funny too. For not being able to speak in that whole film,
Mm-hmm.
he does a good job also with the physicality of the jokes and his screaming that he does. Like, oh my god, every time he would do that like high pitched scream,
Mm-hmm.
just I was dying, oh my god. But yeah, it's he sadly quit acting in 2000. I think it was 2009 or 2010. I think his mom died and then he decided he wanted to kind of reel it in.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Um
think what I've seen him outside of this. I want to say Firewall is a movie that I saw that I think he was
yeah,
in.
I think he is in that.
And then
Um,
probably American Werewolf in Paris is the other location.
okay, I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah, he didn't have a big list, and I think I saw Grind too, but I only ever saw it once when it first came out.
Okay. But yeah, I thought he was really well done
Mm-hmm.
as well. Cuba Gooding Jr. does a great job. You know,
Well,
with his oh, go ahead.
I just have a fun fact about that. So this movie doesn't have a lot of rewards and things on there, but one thing that was at least nominated was the aerial work for the helicopter chase. Glenn
Okay.
Smith, he got at least nominated for best aerial work. But there's another category out there in the world, the best, which would be known the Stinkers Bad Movie Awards.
Hmm.
Which
Yeah.
worst supporting actress Whoopi Goldberg was nominated for with this movie, and worst supporting actor Cuba Gooding Jr. He was nominated,
Wow.
didn't win, but nominated.
I think
I
that's
feel that's unfair.
a bit unfair. Yeah.
Yeah, like Whoopi Goldberg in this, like she doesn't have a lot to do, and for when she's
No.
in there, I think it's fine. Like it's not her
Right.
sister act or ghost appearance, but it's not
Right.
something that's
I think
ruining the movie.
what she was is fine, you know?
Right?
Like
Yeah, I agree.
I would argue Lainey and Whoopi's roles probably weren't the most prevalent in the film, you know? So like
I mean, if it
I
would
don't
have
know that
gone the way John Cleese's character originally portrayed it, maybe, but not
right.
with
It's
actually
true.
how it played out.
It's true. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't by any means believe that they earned that.
Yeah, I don't. I
So
also agree with that. They're too harsh sometimes.
yeah, indeed. Indeed. There's again, staying on the jokes, like there's just so many weird things that happen in this film. The reoccurring side gambles that are happening with
Mm-hmm.
John Cleese
Right.
and everybody, like that's hilarious. One of my favorite ones was when the hooker got hired to come into the hotel room and he asks what it would cost for them to both get naked, wear sailor hats, get into a bathtub of Pepto Bismol, and cut their toenails and shave his buttocks. How much that would cost? Like that was very
Mm-hmm.
specific and ridiculous.
It was,
Uh,
but it did come back later.
right, it did, it did. So yeah, I man, I don't know. Like this film overall, I was very happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
It held
Agreed.
up in my mind. So I like I like how it's kind of a how do I want to say this? It's definitely it's a staple for its time. Like it shows its age. You know, with the intro, for instance, it's got a it's very much got a uh National Lampoon esque feel. You know, with its introduction, where it's playing like you know, like the catchy pop music and it's
Mm-hmm.
showing like cardboard cutouts of the people. You know what I mean? Like that
Right.
like it wasn't groundbreaking, but it feels like it's a remnants of that time, right? So, you know, like that it's kind of cool to watch too in that way of just you know, understanding what what movies were like at that time as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean the music in the film okay, you know, it
Uh,
plays its part.
Smash Mouth
Oh,
was. I
yeah,
mean,
that's
that song originally came
we
out with Mystery Men, and then Shrek, and then
yeah.
this,
Were you a
and
fan of
yeah.
Smash Mouth?
I was okay, so I can't remember the name of the album off the top of my head, but the one that had Walking on the Sun.
Yeah,
I can't remember. I want to say that did have a parental advisory CD. I have a whole
it
story
did.
with that. I had the edited version from Walmart or something. But like once you got to the one that had All Star and stuff on it, like yeah, I listened to it, but man, that thing got overplayed a lot.
Yeah. Was it Fush You Mang? Is that the name of the album?
It
It's the
sounds
one with
familiar.
the green car floating through
Right.
space, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, that I own that as well.
Edited
It
or
was a really
unedited?
good. I think mine was unedited.
Oh, lucky bastard.
Yeah.
This is
My
probably one of the reasons why I curse. Just saying.
I mean that's probably why I curse too. Just for a different way of coming about it.
Yep.
But yeah, I enjoyed that that CD quite a bit. It was a
Yeah,
good time.
there's a lot of good tracks on that one.
So yeah, like you said, Smash Mouth plays a role in this film as well
Hmm.
at the end. So yeah, it's good. To your point, a lot of the effects in this film or stunts were pretty well done, I would say.
Hmm. Oh my
Like
gosh.
the to your point, the helicopter chase was pretty crazy.
Even like the scene with
Dean,
Seth Green and his brother, like the car being dragged up the radar.
right?
Like that was
Going up
crazy.
the radar?
Yeah.
Yeah, him climbing back up the ladder. Like, again, it's ridiculous because Seth Green should have bailed on that truck the moment it went vertical, but,
Uh-huh. Well, probably
whatever.
prior. As soon as it started to get
Well,
dragged, he
right.
wasn't winning.
Right, yeah, he should have got out, right. But, yeah, just the idea of a truck being pulled up a radar and, Dwayne, or Blaine trying to outrun it, like, climbing the ladder. Like,
Hmm.
that was ridiculous. The stunts of the hot air balloon and how they're drug around, the car being run away with Blaine on the hood and Seth Green trying to outrun it in that field.
Hmm.
Like that's ridiculous. Yeah, there's just a lot of physicality and ridiculousness in its humor.
Oh my
The
gosh.
Lucy bus,
Yeah,
like
that's
the
the one I
stuff that
was about
happens
to bring
there.
up. Yeah. That's just a lot of Lucy's.
Yeah,
And
I couldn't do it.
I haven't seen a lot of the show. I do remember her whining and stuff, which they did a very good job of representing that here with this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I'd be able to drive a bus like that. I would need some earplugs or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of Xanax.
Hmm.
uh just looking through my notes here to see if there's anything I missed. Yeah, I mean there's some jokes I think that are again a testament of the time that probably wouldn't fly nowadays. Just from a politically correctness side of it. But
Do you
then
want to
like I
talk
said, a
about
lot
those
of
specifically, or
I mean, it's just some verbiage of, like, using the R word,
yeah,
for a few jokes, you know what I mean?
which Kathy Bates might
Um,
regret?
right. Or, I mean, I don't know, like, it seems like it's having a comeback in some communities too, so I don't know where we are with that right now, but
Yeah,
I, yeah, I'm not the one to make that call, but, yeah, so there's some verbiage like that, uh, but, yeah, I mean, beyond that, a lot of this humor, I think did a good job at staying, edgy in some cases, but not necessarily pushing the line too far.
yeah, and I mean,
Maybe
again, remember this is
uh,
PG-13, so that's another
right,
aspect.
right, right. Maybe the only other one, although I don't know that it crosses the line necessarily. It just may may not be looked as well as is Mr. Bean looking through the baby's diaper for his key. Like that
Yeah,
was that
yeah,
was that was pretty funny. I don't know how that would fly nowadays. I still think it's hilarious just based on the on what was happening, but
yeah.
uh yeah. Yeah, I overall man, I had a blast with this one rewatching it. So,
Yeah, there's a
uh
few things I wanted to talk about real quick.
yeah, I was going to say, go ahead.
Like since this is one that you had seen prior and I had seen prior, like is there anything that you recall from your previous watch to this watch that you like remembered slightly differently or anything?
Yeah, I remembered like when it started, I remembered that there was something with Blaine, and I originally thought he didn't speak at all, but
Mm,
then when he started to do his mumbling, like then I remembered, okay, yeah, that's how that went.
gotcha.
I trying to remember if there was anything else. I remembered, of course, the whole Nazi arc. I didn't remember the Barbie museum mistake. I do remember them being in a Nazi museum. And I didn't remember the biker chase or anything like that leading to the World War II veterans event, but I do remember that part. I forgot completely about the cow until I saw it, and then I remembered a lot of it.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, there's some that sparked. I forgot all about the squirrels, to be honest. So
Same.
that to me was almost a new to me kind of thing.
A refresher. Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Like I know for me, I had a few things. One in my head, thinking about actually who won. I was thinking this was Mr. Bean the whole time, which technically it could have been him.
yeah, you could say it was him.
So that is like a false memory. I also do kind of remember, or a scene that stood out in my head prior to watching this is the scene where the dude showing off his piercings and the girl's showing her piercings. That was one that stuck with me. Um, but I also John Cleese, he doesn't have a big part in this, but I love what he does with his character. Like, especially in the part where they're like, you can't just tell us to do this and then say go. And he's like, of course I can. I'm eccentric. And he does this like growl with his head rolling back
Right.
around. I absolutely lost it when he did that. But I also did want to touch base on like, did you feel like this was 6 groups of people randomly selected? Because, you know, obviously John Cleese walks into the room and is pretty much saying like, we know everything about you, which means maybe the hotel just knows everyone about everyone that's staying there and not just these people. And they were truly randomly selected.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, if you look at it at face value, they all won it randomly
Mm-hmm.
and how they did it, but you could also argue that they had one of those gold chips in every machine and they dispensed
Correct.
them remotely, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I took it more as if it was random and just by the time they saw who it was, they did their research. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it could honestly be either way.
I just figured with that many like billionaires or millionaires that were, you know, participating in the gambling addictions, that they might be monitoring everybody.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
yeah, I had one other thing I wanted to talk about, which was, you know, this is inspired by an older movie. It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. Have you ever seen that one?
I have not.
Okay. It's an older one, but it is pretty highly rated. Very similar premise, kind of plays out differently, maybe not as raunchy. I have seen it. It's been a while since I've seen it. And I don't know if your revisit of Rat Race would open you up to going back and watching something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, another thing to note, that movie is like 3.5 hours long. So
Oh, damn.
it's a pretty long one. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to call attention to that. There is a making of Rat Race extra from the DVD. I do believe it's out on YouTube. So if you have time and are curious to see what's in that, that is out there to go check out. And yeah, I think ultimately, trying to skim my notes to see if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. Oh, I did find it funny when Whoopi Goldberg and her daughter were trying to go and rent a car, and you know they were dealing with the car trainee and how slow he's like, "Oh, make sure you ask for insurance. Would you like the extended warranty?"
Right.
Just I love that callback to painful things and dealing with that. And then there's also kind of like a weird moment when they're in that really fast land vehicle, and it gets to the point where they're about to break the sound barrier, and you see their faces like flopping with the effects.
Right. Yep.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, like rubber faces. Yeah.
And yeah, that I just in general, this movie, you know, having even Newman come in and work off of Mr. Bean. I know I'm using characters from different sources than this, but
yeah, it is what it is. Everybody, if you say Newman, everybody knows exactly.
Or Nedry from Jurassic Park, whichever.
Yep.
I like how he's kind of like getting to the point where he's like, oh my God, I'm going to lose my job. All right, I need to find someone who's like homeless and doesn't have connections. And he's like, wait, there's one right in front of me.
Right.
And he touches the electric
and then even
fence.
Take it, right. I was going to say, and then it takes it even as more ridiculous that the heart starts pumping after he gets shocked.
It's all good. It's just got a few dog holes in there, you know, from the teeth. But yeah, I guess one last thing I did really appreciate, you know, it kind of had a little bit of that National Lampoon flair, like you mentioned, with the beginning and how that transitioned from the animation cutout things to actually being in the hotel lobby. I really like how they handled that.
Yeah, agreed.
So,
one thing I do want to add, not necessarily about the film, but in my interest post film, I really would like for us to watch a Mr. Bean film on the podcast.
Is there anyone in particular?
I haven't seen any of them.
Any of them?
No, I've always seen Rowan Atkinson's like facial expressions and how ridiculous he is as Mr. Bean, but I've never seen an actual like anything Mr. Bean like from start to finish. So I'd like to do that if you're
so specifically where he's playing Mr. Bean. Like I know he's done other things
specifically as Mr. Bean. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think there's one called Bean I'm not super familiar with all the Mr. Bean material myself. But yeah,
Well, if you're listening and you have a Mr. Bean that you recommend,
yeah,
you should let us know.
please let us know. I know there's one called Bean. It's got him in it. I don't know if that's the first one because I think Mr. Bean was a balance between movies and TV, if I recall correctly.
Right. Yeah, I think it was TV first and then movies. I think. I don't know that for sure, but
yeah, I think that's what I
that's my
kind of recall.
understanding.
Cool. Very cool. All right. Is there anything else you want to note about Rat Race, sir?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Well, I believe that's time for scores. What did you give
Scores.
Rat Race?
All right, Ned, I gave Rat Race a 4 out of 5.
Oh, damn.
I really enjoyed this. The nostalgia that I had for it held up, and really, I think even in some cases, I don't know if it's just right movie, right time, or whatever, but yeah, it's definitely a 4 out of 5 for me.
Okay. Very cool. Is that kind of where you feel like you would have had from the first time you watched it?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Nice. So I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars, where I think I originally kind of had it at like a 2.5. So it has gone
Okay.
up. But yeah, it sits at a 3 out of 5 for me.
Yeah, and that I think that makes sense based on our taste in movies.
Mhm.
This was absolutely a stupid comedy. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Very nice. Well, happy to
cool.
hear that. All right, let's talk next recommendations. How
All right,
about
let's do that.
we head a little south? Well, I don't know if it's exactly south for me, but let's watch Desperado.
Okay.
I know we discussed
This is one that
in our last
this came out of
extra.
our extra, right? Yeah.
Yeah, one of our extras, yeah, where we talked about movies Joe hasn't seen. You should go check it out if you
Believe
haven't.
it or not, after 3 years of this podcast, there are still movies.
Oh gosh, we
Actually,
still
it's
have
longer
a
than 3 years, isn't it?
yeah, it's been
It's
going
5
for a bit.
years. Oh my god.
Yep.
Good god, 5 years of this podcast, there's still stuff I haven't seen, so
Yep. Still
and they keep coming out with
still
movies,
plenty.
Ned. They're not
They do.
stopping.
They keep adding them. You're getting better at going out and seeing them as they come out. But
Not lately. I realized there's 2 movies out that I said I wanted to get out to watch, and I haven't left my house to see a movie yet. So
well,
I
I
need to
mean,
change
in
that.
general, you're doing better than you had
You're right. I am
previously.
doing better, but yeah, I need to get out and see the new Mario Galaxy, and I need to see Michael Jackson.
Okay.
That movie. This is just Michael, right? Yeah. I need
Yeah.
to go see that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll probably get out to see that one. Maybe if not, I'll catch it on streaming. That one's not one that I feel like I have to see in theaters, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, we'll watch Desperado, which is a Rodriguez film, and Robert Rodriguez, that is, and it stars Antonio Banderas. Not familiar with it at all.
Not at all.
Salma Hayek. No.
Who's that? No, I'm just kidding. I know.
Oh,
I know who
okay.
she is, but I don't know that film.
All right.
I don't know
Well,
anything about it otherwise.
it's actually like part of a trilogy, as I mentioned, the El Mariachi trilogy, which the first one was El Mariachi. Then we go Desperado, and then there's a third, Once Upon a Time in Mexico, which that one's very interesting. I saw Desperado first myself, so you're gonna get a similar experience to what I had when I first saw it. All right. Well,
Very
that's
cool.
gonna wrap us up. Be sure to check us out on Threads and Facebook at To The Movies Pod, and we are also on YouTube, which is our preferred way for you to listen to us and watch us, which that is at The Movies Pod. Thanks for stopping on by, and have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.